need, like I said, you have to know who your customer is. And um that's what I learned from her. That's what, and I'm still not there. Like you said, you're still learning that. Honestly, over time that could change. Um Life changes it, situations change it. If you've been paying attention to her, she's got a lot of items, everyday items. That's what's selling. That's not necessarily what she usually has, but because of the time that we're in the world, that situation changed. So you need to definitely know who your ideal customer is. You need to definitely know what their needs are, what things they will like, not only like, but need, and then you provide those items. Once you get that, then you get into the ad process, and ads will kind of escalate. Most businesses that start out, they really do start running ads early because nobody knows you're out there, and you don't know unless you already have a following of people, then it's easier. But if you're somebody like us, just normal people, looking to change our lives and maybe the history of our families by being business owners, then it's important that you have the right steps. Have the right steps, know the right steps. And a lot of times we're going to have to do things on our own. We won't have the ability to pay $1,000 to an ad agency. And then what if you take that $1,000, give it to the ad agency, and they're not honest with you up front to let you know it's going to take time to build up your pixel, to build up your website, to really get to you to a six-figure income. I saw a young lady in there that has products to a market of people who are interested in horses. So her market is very niche. So, she's in a position, the way her business grew, that she had sales early on. She's very into her niche. People know her. She has a following. Then you'll look at somebody, let's use the crayon case and Super. They were an amazing story. But Super already had 1 million followers before she ever started the crayon case. So she took a love of something that she liked and created a legacy with that. But she already had a following. What if she had 500 followers? That whole situation would have been different because she has to grow as her business grows. So you need to understand who your customer is. You need to take the time to educate yourself in every facet of what is going to make your business successful, and then you go from there. Unless you just have the money to put out there like that. Most people don't. So, initially, that's what I have to say when it comes to ads. I don't have any problem answering any questions that you may have. Let me see if I can show you. I will show you my ad account. I'm very anal. A lot of times you hear people on YouTube talk about, oh, I get up in the morning, I check my ads, and then I go live this beautiful life. Well, I'm not that type of person. My ad account is right here on my phone. I'm always looking. I go and I look and I see where ads are, how much money I've spent, um, from the money that I spent, how many sales I've gotten for that day, and if the numbers skew for me, then I did the ad. This is the best ad I've ran so far. Uh, Crap. I hope it has 35 sales on it. I actually stopped that ad because it just slowed down. In 2 days I hadn't had a sale, and so I really felt like that ad had ran its course, which I hated that because it was really giving me love. I had got to the point, I'm in a plus size industry. It's not the same as where you are. Like Jants can run a $5 ad and still make money. For me, I have to put more money out there for my ads to do for me what I need. So let me tell you another thing that's important for me as a person that runs ads every day. Number one, um, the max cost that I will accept on the ad per order. Like if you see I have one ad here, I hope you can see that. Um, okay. I have an ad here. You'll see it's off, but it has four purchases. Those four purchases are at $34. I actually let that ad run too long because if my ads get to where I'm paying over $20 a purchase, I turn it off. My average ticket is about 50 to $75 for the most popular things in my store. So for me, um, I'll pay up to $20 a purchase for an ad. Now, if your average ticket is, let's say, $15, you shouldn't be paying over maybe $5 to $7 for an ad, because at that point you're paying too much. You can't afford the ad anymore. You can keep it going, but you're wasting money. You have to be sure that you are always in the red. I mean, in the black. I'm sorry, in the black. So for me, I'll go up to. I like to have ads at $15 a purchase or under, but I'll go up to 20. I like to have a cost per click of 25 cents or less. I try, if I see an ad running on my ad account, which when you're looking on your phone, you can't see the cost per click. You have to go to the computer. If I go into my ad manager and I see a cost per click above 15 cents and the click through rate is above, let's say, or below 2%, I usually, and it's not giving me any ads or any sales, I turn that bad boy off because I don't feel like I have, well, I know I don't have the money to waste to do that. So I turn it off. So for me, I want to see a cost, a click through rate of 2.5 to 5% or better. I want a cost per click of about, like I said, 25 cents or less. I like it to be under 10 because that is an ad that has a lot of potential for me. Um, per purchase, I will go up to $20. I would like it to be under 15. The ad that got me the 35 orders, I let it go as far as 1941. Let me tell you something else. When you're running an ad, let's say for instance, like this one ad I have going right here, it has two purchases and it's at $41, and that's $20.50 a purchase, right? I'm over my $20, but because it's a recent ad, it's been doing good. It has a low click through rate and a low click through rate. And when I say low, I mean above 3%, and a cost per click of under 20 cents. I'm letting it go a little while. So let's say it gets to $25 and then I get another order, or $30 and I get another order. When that other order pops through, it's going to adjust. The numbers will adjust. So sometimes you just have to kind of let it go. And there's no definitive way of knowing. You just have to follow your gut. You have to look at the ad. Look, like I said, look at how people are performing to it. How click through rate mean that there's a lot of people looking at the ad, liking what they're seeing, and going to your website. Cost per click is every time somebody goes to your website, um, they figured what it's costing you for them to click through to the site. That means that it's looking at the purchases, it's looking at everything involved, and this is the current cost per click. That's going to go up and down. Around midnight, it's going to be real low at nighttime, but then in the morning, it might be a little bit higher. And what I do before I shut off an ad, especially if it's been doing pretty good, I'll go from looking at the day's view to maybe 3 days or 7 days or the lifetime. Because today, this one ad could be performing crappy, but then yesterday it gave you 5 orders. So you got to look at the whole picture and just use your rule of thumb. And if you look at that picture and something in there is very popular, I mean, you just have to, like I said, use your gut when it comes to that. So, hey, Molly Mall, we talk about Facebook ads over here. Hey, everybody. But anyway, so I hope that information was helpful. I'm seeing traffic today. I had about 100 people, no purchases yet. Okay, let's look at that. How long have you been running ads? How old is your website? And do you have the pixel in your website? Because these things are important. What type of ad are you running? Never, Jance is right. Once you've had your business up and you've had at least 500 visits to your site, never run a boosted post. Never run just a straight website click post. Because what Facebook is going to do, they're going to look at all the data that they have about your site, and they're going to base the people that they're sending on what you're trying to accomplish. If you tell them you just want people to click to your site, they're going to send you people that's going to click. But that's it. There's no guarantee that they're going to purchase because they're not sending you people that look like your customer. They're sending you people that look like your clickers. Just being honest. If you tell them that you want people to look at stuff, they're going to look at the people who have looked at your post, and that's the type of people they're going to send. Yeah, they're still going to look like purchasers because they had to be that first, but the idea is the ultimate goal of what you want. These are all the ads you can run. And I know I'm not really showing a lot of people over there. Most of the people who said that they wanted to do the live followed me on Instagram, so I'm really mainly showing stuff to that audience. So I apologize if there's someone over here that I'm missing. Just let me know. Hey, I'm looking. I'm trying to see ad information too, and I'll make sure to come to both of them. But these are all the ads you can run. And then when you go to conversion ads, let's see. Conversion events. These are all the conversions that you can run ads for. So, um, you need to make sure ultimately what your goal is. Me, like I said, I've had 3 years worth of people to my website, over 100,000 people. So, I'm never going to run an ad that's under a purchase or initiate checkout. Sometimes ad pay info, but that's usually if I do run an ad on the fly and I forget to change it because it always starts you at ad pay. But I always try to run purchase ads because my pixel has enough information. Okay, you said you're seeing traffic, you've had 100 visits today, you do have the pixel in. Okay, you've been running ads for 4 days at $10 a day, and it's a traffic ad. Okay, this is what I think. If you've had at least 500 people to your website, honestly, I would change the ad, not that particular ad. You're probably going to have to stop it. You can take that ad, take it down to like $2 a day to still get traffic, but I will take them other $8. I will start a new ad as a conversion ad. And I will start a conversion ad for view content. That means that Facebook is going to start looking at everybody who's been to your site and look at who actually viewed items, and they're going to start sending those people. Now, the audience, you can go into you have to use the ad manager. I will go into my audience before I move forward. I would create a custom audience from the pixel of people who have been to the website, just been to the website. Let's say 500 people. So it'll create an audience. It'll probably take about 2 hours, and then it'll say less than 1,000 people, low traffic. Don't worry about that. For them, low traffic is under 1,000 people. For most of us, it's gonna be low traffic, but that's fine. Long as you know that 500 people has been to your site, that's enough people that they can have a good gauge to start with. As time passes, that's gonna get better. So I would create an audience of people who have been to the site through the audience portal inside the ad manager. That would be the first step that I would do. The second step, I would take that ad that's currently running, take it down to a budget of $2 a day, and then I will create another ad, a conversion ad for people to view content, and I would use that. I'm sorry, I forgot a step. After you create the audience, you need to create a lookalike audience from that audience. I would run an ad to the audience you created and the lookalike audience, both. I would run a conversion ad for view content to those same people with the same ad, same picture, same information. And what'll happen is those same people are going to start seeing it again. And then Facebook is going to start looking to see who these people are so they can send you a better batch of people. So that will be the next steps of what I would do. That's the next thing for you to do. And like I said, what we talked about before, as far as view content and going on down the line, it's the same thing. That's what you need to do next. And as you go down the line, it'll start looking better. The engagement will start being better. And once the closer you get to running a conversion ad for people that purchase, the better the sales will start looking. It's going to take a little time. And I'm sorry you're going to spend a little money, but man, when you get there, it's worth it. The money that you make on the other end is going to outweigh the loss. So it's just business. And then at the same time, you make sure on your website that you are collecting email addresses. And also, now I personally use, there's a lot of text apps. Start collecting text messages. Once a week, I run a text ad. Every time I run one, I make a sale. Every time I send an email, I'm going to say every other day I make a sale. Now, like I said, my audience is plus size people, and they funny. I'm just going to be real. They're fickle. We got attitudes because I'm plus size myself. We just a different type of individual, but that's okay. That's the market I signed up for. And I know it costs me more to make money. But then, our stuff sometimes costs a little more. So, the good does outweigh the bad. But that's the next step for you and where you are. Just Flossie. And anybody else who's popped in and out, like I said, I will save this and we'll do this again. Today is Thursday. We'll probably do it again Saturday. And what I can do is I'll probably try to do it around the same time of day, unless, earlier is better on the weekend. And we'll just check in and we'll talk to each other. We'll talk each other through stuff. I mean, if you have questions, whatever, you can DM me as well. I don't have a problem with it. I don't, no problem. I really appreciate I love talking business. I love learning and I love sharing what I know. So I don't have a problem doing so. So, and if you know any other businesses, you can just have them follow me and they can jump on in as well. But I'm going to stop here. I think that we talked about a lot. Okay, I lost y'all for a second. But we talked about a lot. So you can go back and look at this. And, the next time we come and jump on here, if you have any questions, you can ask me. But we'll go from there. I'll think of maybe some other things or niches there or things that maybe along the way that I lost. And from there, I'll go from there. Another thing I'm going to try to do is create a video, a record screen of how to set up audiences and different things like that. It'll also be on my YouTube. My YouTube is the same as my Instagram, just me CMB. So I'm going to try to upload there as well. So thanks, guys, for checking in. It's been a little bit over 40 minutes. And so I'm going to stop here. Like I said, I'm going to try to jump back on here Sunday. I will post in my on my website, I mean on my Instagram, as well as in the story, what time, sometime early Sunday, I mean Saturday, so you guys can see. It'll be Saturday, not Sunday. That's kind of a down day for me. So I'm sorry if I ignored you guys over here um, on Facebook, but primarily most of the people that are interested in ads have been over here on Instagram. So that's where I've been. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. Just let me know. It will be saved over here on my Instagram. And my Instagram name is just me CMB, and on on YouTube it's the same. And I'm gonna put a link on IG for my YouTube. So thanks, guys. And I will see you guys Saturday. I hope I was able to teach you guys something. And if you need any more information, like I said, just email me. And we will also be talking in the success group. And like I said, even if you do decide to pay, and I mean, I guess that's the ideal thing, is to have a business and be able to pay folks to do everything. You don't have to do nothing, but I'm not there yet. Hey, boo, hey. We talking Facebook ads over here, girl. You know, I like talking about business. So, but sorry. But yeah, if you guys have anything else that you want to talk about, then I don't have a problem doing that either. So, talk to you later. Bye bye.